Ladies and gentlemen, it is your high guy, your fly guy, the truth from the booth, B.I. Double, here to bring you this week's edition of Mayhem, and we are kicking things off with a semi-final match for the Tag Team Invitational as the Syndicate of Akira and Hyper Suzuki take on one half of the Dynasty Club, Stocks and Bonds, with their manager J.S. Paycheck in their corner. Now I gotta say, Syndicate obviously has the experience edge, but Stocks and Bonds have been on a roll since the beginning of the season. The Dynasty Club in general has been on a roll. I don't know if it's the inclusion of J.S. Paycheck. I don't know if it's Trustin Banks' leadership now that he's currently not in the ring, dealing with a knee injury. He'll be okay. He'll be back in a week or so. In case you were wondering why you haven't seen him the last month. But a light bulb went off with Stocks and Bonds, and they have been proving it week in and week out that they are one of the best tag teams in HCW, and they are going against Wizards trainees here as we kick off the show. Tag Team Invitational action next. As the Syndicate make their way down to the ring. Hyper Suzuki on your left, Akira on your right. Honorary members of the Yamamoto clan. Looking for that big moment to take them to Uprising Triple Threat. Standing across the ring from them, Stocks and Bonds, one half of the Dynasty Club. That is Johnny Stock on your left, Blake Bond on your right, flanked by J.S. Paycheck. The two men from London look to continue their path to gold here. As we see which of these men will be starting off for their respective teams, and it's Akira and Johnny Stock. The bell rings. Mayhem is live. Stock right out of the blocks, over the shoulders, hangs on with that neck breaker. Now just bouncing Akira's head off the mat like a basketball. Gonna need to get him away from his partner, avoid that quick tag, but instead swings through with a reverse DDT. Stock going for the kick, caught with that float over heel kick. Akira and Hyper Suzuki gonna have that striking edge. As Akira snaps off a Tyrian DDT and goes for that quick tag. These two all about the strikes, all about the quick tags. Stocks and Bonds gonna have a slight technical edge here. Stock eats that missile drop kick right to the face. Suzuki runs in, caught with a jawbreaker, and then a back elbow. As I said, they would have the striking advantage. Stock looking to prove me wrong here. Suzuki grabs hold, puts him back in the corner. Quick tags from the Syndicate. As that rolling neck snap Big round kick to the spine. Bond begging for a tag. Stock able to dive in. Blake Bond brought in. Big forearm drops Akira. Seated drop kick keeps him there. CJS Paycheck checking on Stock on the outside. That's Bond driving his knee into Akira's knee, trying to tear those ligaments. Rolling senton, very Tanahashi-like off the second rope. Bond sends Akira into that opposite corner, looking to put him up top. Could be thinking high-impact offense. Akira has other ideas. Push kick followed by a spinning heel off the top, and another very quick tag from the Syndicate, keeping the fresh man in the ring at all times. Rising knee, looking to rock Bond. Follows that up with the Michinoku driver. Does not opt for the pin, instead goes to the second rope. Splash, putting all that weight across the chest of Blake Bond. Blake rolls through, back to his feet. Another forearm takes down Suzuki. Suzuki whipped into the wrong side of town, but able to reverse his fortunes. Now it's Bond sent right back into the Syndicate corner. Some more double team action as Bond is whipped off the rope. Double hip toss, double round kick. Sandwiched between two boots. Here now to the outside. Tries to go up and over. Bond saw it coming, able to slide out of the way. Bond now with Akira up on the shoulders. Snake Eyes in the corner, melts Akira. And he's going to get some stomps for good measure. Akira is sent into the Dynasty Club corner, but again a reversal. And again Bond sent into the Syndicate corner. This time Akira eats an up kick, but back elbow, back and forth from these two. Akira with that space tornado Ogawa. Akira looking to make this tag happen one way or the other. Bond whipped off the ropes again. Another double hip toss, another sandwich kick. Suzuki able to stop the tag there before outstretching that left arm and putting a lot of pressure on the shoulder with that stomp. Go behind quickly into a snap Saito suplex. Continuing the stomps. Suzuki doing what he does best, isolating the opponent, throwing those strikes. Should have kept with that game plan as Bond was able to fight his way out of the suplex. Goes low with the kick. Hammerlock into the Northern Lights. Bond wasting time, taunting, needs to go for that tag. He's been in this match a fairly long time. There's a drop kick, making a pair. Ducks the line off the ropes, goes for the crossbody. Suzuki not having it. Big backbreaker. Suzuki pulls him away from those ropes just to snap his spine with that kick. Suzuki thinking Michinoku one more time. Bond not having it. Instead, front chancery into that snap suplex. Stock tag back into this matchup. JS Paycheck slid a chair under the ropes. We have an attempted submission here from Johnny Stock. Knee in the spine on that chin lock. Suzuki, though, able to fight his way out, but walks right into the clutches of Stock. Gets hung up on that top rope. This time it's Suzuki crawling to the tag. Stock saw it at the last minute. Akira brought back in the ring as the ref sees the chair. See a strike fest, step up in Zaguri, seated drop kick. Akira going for that elbow, but Stock able to sit up and out of the way. Akira firing up right now with those forearms. Tanahashi takedown. Going for that forward low kick. Stock had it well scouted and answers back with a boot of his own. Akira sent into the corner. Dynasty Club looking to end it here with a stock market crash. Sit outs the cover. And the Dynasty Club are moving on to the finals of the Tag Team Invitational. You see great teamwork from the Syndicate early on. Lots of quick tags, lots of double team maneuvers. But right there, Akira would miss the forward low kick, eat that Yakuza, followed up by a stock market crash. And Stocks and Bonds stand victorious one more time. They only need one more victory to get themselves a World Tag Team Championship opportunity at Uprising Triple Threat. We find out their opponents on Throwdown. But for now, we are moving on from the tag team division and going towards the hybrid division as current champion Dave goes one-on-one with former champion Logan Neal. Logan Neal, who is having one of the best seasons in recent memories outside of Showtime. Logan Neal has beaten multiple former and current world champions in the 3 months since we have started Season 3. Also held on to that hybrid championship for 2 months before being dethroned by Dave. But it was not the typical Dave that we are used to. We saw a lot of dirty tactics, a lot of sneak attacks, lots of things that just weren't very Dave-like. But Dave understands you got to do what you got to do to get a championship, and he did just that. Logan Neal looking to get some momentum on his side before Uprising Triple Threat, trying to get that hybrid title back. As Dave is in the ring now. And we are going to start things off quick. Logan Neal slides under the ropes, double leg takedown, ground and pound. Logan Neal not happy about what a man he once called friend did to him. Now it's Dave fighting back with that low kick to the gut. Logan Neal not having it, sends him into the corner. Big right hand rocks him. Dave with the up kick. High angle belly to back suplex. Shades of Eddie Guerrero there. As Dave looks to take advantage. Sets him up on that top rope. Slingshots him back towards that center shield. Dave jamming the arm off the mat. Trying to cause some damage before that somersault senton. These two once great friends, now almost bitter rivals. As Logan Neal fights back with that cravat suplex, tossing Dave halfway across the ring. That's Dave up on the shoulders, gets dropped across the top rope. Logan Neal going up top. It is something we do not see often. Elbow drop connects with the chest. Dave doing anything he can right now to fight back. Low arm drag. Snapmares Neal down, trying to slow things down. Cranking on that headlock. Does not want the real deal to get rolling. Although Neil on his way back to his feet, breaks the grip with a pair of elbows. Goes right back to the cravat, this time a neck breaker. And Dave forced to roll out of the ring. We have seen Logan Neal use those multiple cravats, using them to proficiency here tonight as the ref stopping Neal from running outside. Dave getting a quick advantage out of it, snaps off a Northern Lights, no bridge. Somewhere Iceman is shaking his head, and by somewhere I mean the locker room. A lot of people not fans of Dave's new attitude, but you cannot deny the wins. As a pair of clotheslines takes Neal down, and a drop kick out of absolutely nowhere there. Dave has him up on the shoulders. Swing out, Bull Dave. But Neal pops immediately back to his feet. Swings Dave down. Snapmare goes for the headbutt, instead sees an elbow in his future. Dave trying to hook him for that vertical suplex. Neal not having it. Knee escape right back to the cravat. Another suplex. If those ropes weren't there, Dave would have ended up on the front row. And instead, now he's up high with a Shoryuken. Logan Neal down for the pin. Ref with the count. And Dave able to kick out at 2. That European uppercut absolutely rocked him. And he is not going to like this view when he stands up. Logan has him hooked. Going for the deal breaker, but Dave able to escape into that short arm clothesline. Logan Neal, though, on the way up, sweeps the leg like the Cobra Kai Dojo. Dave, one of the first men to escape that deal breaker. That's what happens. Friends train together. He's seen it multiple times, knows the escape. Also knows that that belly-to-back suplex is working. Hits it one more time before dropping the elbow. Dave resting in the corner. Do not rest on your laurels, kid. Today is the time to fly. Puts Neal up one more time. Bull Dave in perfect position for the drop zone, but doesn't look like he's going for the knee. Instead, basement drop kick. Beating the hell out of Logan Neal right now. Dave trying to catch his breath after the assault a few moments ago. European uppercut of his own. Neal is not going to like that. Butterflies the arms into the DDT. Now Neal in the drop zone. Dave ascends to the top rope. Regular, everyday, normal knee. No water in the pool as Logan Neal able to avoid that diving knee drop. And Logan Neal, using his smarts here, slides out of the way into the cover. Logan Neal looking to get that hybrid championship back, but he almost got caught. You saw the Bull Dave. There's the Shoryuken. Dave would be able to fight back from this. Kicking out at 2.5, and right here, beautiful escape from the deal breaker. Short arm clothesline, another Bull Dave. You see him go for the regular, everyday, normal knee. Neal would escape, roll him up for the 1, 2, 3. And Logan Neal gets a little bit of momentum on his side, leading into Uprising triple threat. That is right, we are 1 week away from our next big pay-per-view event. And after that singles match, we have some multi-man mayhem in this triple threat match. And apparently I was wrong when I said Trustin Banks would be back in a week or so. Trustin Banks is back now as he takes on K-Dub, Kevin Williams, and Steve Taylor. And that's some bad news for some, good news for most. The triple threat is no more. Dane Sanders walked out of the locker room. Steve Taylor and Alex Davis realized maybe this thing isn't working. Steve did the only noble thing he's ever did in his entire life and told Alex Davis the bright future he has ahead of him. Let him go. Triple threat is no more. So it will be Steve Taylor's first match, not a member of the triple threat, in 2 years. But I must say, the Mist Cutter Money t-shirt could be one of my favorite things I've seen in a while. So do we get the old Steve Taylor back, or does the losing streak continue? Find out next on Mayhem. First man out. Kevin Williams. Very serious look on the face of Williams here tonight. You know, he still gets mad when I call him Williams. He yells at me after every show. It's K-Dub. No, I get it. I'm just not going to say it all the time. But K-Dub looks ready for a fight here tonight. Standing in his way are two former world champions, one of whom making his return to the ring. It's the leader of the Dynasty Club. Trustin Banks is in the building. No JS Paycheck here tonight. Well, in this match. JS Paycheck too busy trying to lead Stocks and Bonds to those World Tag Team Championships. You know, I gotta say, if Smug was a man, that man would be Trustin Banks. As he is finally back. It's been a while. Kevin Williams not taking his eyes off Banks. As we await the third man in this match. Steve Taylor on his own yet again. Something tells me he's going to be just fine. Former multiple-time world champion, multiple-time television / hybrid champion, and tag team champion. Been on a losing streak as of late. Looking to change that here tonight. Although, just like he told me in the back, win, lose, or draw, you miss a cutter, he gets the cash. Enough that he has the t-shirt to go with it. Feels weird to see him back in that old Steve Taylor red. Kevin Williams, Trustin Banks, Steve Taylor. Triple threat match is a go. Banks going right after Williams, but Steve Taylor going right after Banks. Little double team there. Series of knife edge chops from Williams. Kick low to the gut and a rake of the eyes. We got three of the most diabolical personalities in HCW going against each other here. Expect to see eye rakes, low blows, and about any other dirty tactic that you can imagine here in this no disqualification match. As Steve elbow drops the left knee and then goes to work on it. That is the knee that's had Trustin Banks out of action. Kevin Williams, though, almost was eyes in the back of his head off the ropes with that drive-by neck breaker. Now dropping the knee to the spine. Banks fighting himself back up. You see that little limp there. But Steve Taylor drops Kevin Williams with a clothesline but gets whipped off the ropes. Banks with a drop toe hold. Banks looking for some payback, elbow dropping Steve's knee, putting all 222 pounds on it, going for a side effect. Kevin has none of it, kicks Steve out of the clutches of Trustin Banks in a swinging reverse DDT. Williams able to sidestep that right hand into the Russian leg sweep. Kevin Williams, last man standing right now. As he waits for Trustin Banks to get to his feet. Steve on his feet, opposite side. Axe handle from Williams, but Taylor right there. Going for a spine buster. Williams not having it. Snapmares him down. Now off the ropes. Drives through with that boot to the mush. Turns the head, stomps the jaw. Now drops the axe handle. Steps over the shoulder, now pulls back on that knee. Banks not having it, breaks the hold. It is all Kevin Williams right now as he drops Banks in that corner. Snake Eyes levels him. Banks, though, able to fight back, trying to get things going. As Williams hooked. Going for the suplex. Williams blocks, but does not block the second lift. Banks turns his attention to Taylor, sends him into that corner. Goes for the right hand, blocks, forearm response, and a big clubbing blow from Taylor. Williams going to take a little breather in the corner. Steve with the snapmare. Now it's Banks with that gut shot on the way back up. There's Williams. That beautiful neck breaker. Goes low with that kick. Thinking Tyrion DDT. Into the cover. Steve Taylor able to kick out at one. As Williams goes back to that second rope, waits for Steve to get to his feet. Going with the diving leg lariat. Into the cover. Banks needs to get in there. Able to break it up at two. Short elbow to the base of the neck. But Williams able to fight through with that falling arm breaker. Williams going for another quick cover. Williams, the only man in this match never to hold gold here in HCW. As he swings him out, K-Dub driver into the cover. Taylor right there to break it up. That was almost a guaranteed 3 count. Steve fights out of the corner with the elbow into that perfect neck breaker. Couple of clotheslines from Taylor, ducks one from Banks. Snap power slam. As Steve looks to get things rolling here. Sends him off the ropes, but Banks catches him with a jawbreaker. Turns him around. High velocity reverse DDT. And that is usually the precursor to the end of the match. Let's just see Williams catching Taylor's head with that drop kick before a reverse DDT of his own on Banks. Banks levels him with a short arm shoulder tackle. Now it's Banks, the last man standing. Now applying pressure, applying pressure to the trapezius muscle. Steve Taylor now looking to pull himself up with those ropes. Banks thinking trust fund. Swings him out. But Steve right there waiting on him. Up on the shoulders. Switches the grip into the neck breaker. Quick cover. Banks able to kick out at 2. Steve has him up, powerbomb position, swings him out, sudden death. Cover, but Williams right there to break it up. Steve elbow right to the base of the neck, another sudden death. K-Dub rolling out of the ring. It's cutters for everybody here. Another cover on Banks. If he could have made it to the cover sooner, this match could have been ended. Knee lift from Banks, though. Now Banks with the cover trying to steal one. Steve Taylor kicking out at 2. Banks is now stalking Steve. Places that arm down and stomps the hand multiple times, trying to shatter those fingers, but there's a leg lariat from K-Dub into the cover. And Kevin Williams picking up the victory. Hit him out of nowhere with that jumping leg lariat. There's the diving leg lariat from earlier in the match. And a K-Dub driver. We had big moves all over the place. Trust fund from Banks. Powerbomb into the sudden death. Knee lift. You see right here, Banks goes for the cover. Escapes. Kevin Williams would slide under that bottom rope, hit that jumping leg lariat, and the only man with no championships, one hybrid championship, the only man with no world championships in this match, pulls out the victory. As maybe we are finally getting close to Kevin Williams' time. As we move on to our next match, the second match in the best of 3 series between Victor Black and Superstar. They had a rivalry for weeks. We had that multi-man match at Uprising Revenge. Now, Superstar up 1-0. Victor Black needs to win this match. The bad blood continues to boil over. Superstar kicked Victor Black out of his own group, now leading the Fallen. Victor Black looking for redemption here tonight. Black in the ring, but Superstar jumps the barricade and takes him down with that lariat to the back of the head. Victor did not see it coming. Referee able to separate him for a second, rings the bell. This match live. Victor sent into the corner. Superstar pushes him into the turnbuckles, catches him with the German suplex, and the suplex counter is at 1 early. Superstar looks to continue applying pressure, diving elbow off the second. Now one to the chest. Not letting Victor Black get his momentum going, but instead Victor forces his momentum with that jawbreaker. Butterflies the arms into the backbreaker. Bitter hatred between both of these men. A clothesline from Victor, making a pair. Ducks one. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Victor Black looking to make quick work of Superstar here as he has him hooked. Darkness falls. Looking to end it early. Has him hooked for the blackout. Leaps in with the body scissors. Dead center of the ring on the Shield. Superstar fighting, but also looks like he might be fading. And Superstar able to escape the blackout. One of few men to do so, although it is extremely early in the match. That definitely helped. Victor diving forearm off the second. Superstar half out of it, lights on, nobody home. He just almost had all the oxygen choked out of his body. He's back up, knee lift, kick to the gut, butterfly suplex counter at 2 as he transitions into the cover. Not even a 1 count from Victor. Now wrenching on that neck. And the fallen star looking to get things going back on his side here. Goes for the drop kick. Victor has none of it. Sidesteps it. Going for a butterfly suplex of his own. Superstar saw it coming. Beautiful over the shoulder arm drag reversal. Now Superstar raining those right hands. Pulls Victor back to his feet. Goes low with the boot. Has him up. Powerbomb position. Turns around. Drops him high elevation. Snake eyes. Now Superstar putting the boots to Victor Black. Looking to win this best of 3 series here. Victor rolls through, back up to his feet. Superstar saw it coming. Snapmares Victor down. Goes right back to work on the neck. Superstar into the cover. Ref down for the count. Victor kicking out at 2. Needs a stomp to the spine for his trouble there. Victor jawbreaker on the way back up. Goes for the forearm. Superstar not having it. Standing lariat takes him off his feet. And again, back to work on the neck. Looking to soften that neck up for a flash forward. Now driving the elbows into the trapezius muscles on both sides. Superstar off the ropes, gets the momentum, goes for the axe handle. Victor slides out of the way, jumping knee. Absolutely leveled Superstar, but able to kick out at 1. Needs that big shot to the back. And another brutal strikes from Victor Black here. As Victor sends him into the corner. Putting Superstar up on that top rope. Superstar, though, fights back with that push kick into the diving missile drop kick. Superstar has him hooked. Flash forward. That's what he was looking for. Victor Black is down. Superstar turns him around, stomps out that knee. Now hooks him one more time. Superstar suplex. Back press. Hooks the leg. And Superstar has dominated this best of 3 series. Going up 2-0. There you see early Victor Black tried to get it quick. Darkness Falls would immediately go for the blackout. Superstar would survive that choke. And the match would continue. Thought it was over again there off that jumping knee. But Superstar almost on instinct alone would kick out. Hit the flash forward. And a Superstar suplex. I had a conversation with Superstar earlier and he said that he may be bringing some old school back to the repertoire. Don't know exactly what he is talking about, but I do know he has won this best of 3 series. And this thing between Victor Black and Superstar, for now, looks to be over. As we get ready for our main event of the evening. Fergal Flynn one-on-one with Iceman. These two have been going bananas. Beating the hell out of each other week in and week out. The former Ultraviolet champion, Iceman. The man he beat for that championship, Fergal Flynn. Beating the hell out of each other, looking to get a shot at Dante Ripley, your current Ultraviolet champion, leader of Project Mayhem. Which one of these two men can get the job done here tonight? We find out what happens in our main event next. And the merch messiah is in the building. Rocking the highest selling shirt in HCW history. The former multiple time Ultraviolet champion. Marching his way down to the ring. Flynn basking in his own glory right now. Yeah, I said it. And the Iceman, Lance Walker, in the building. The Ultraviolence reunion tour was interrupted, but he looks to get right back there. We like to refer to him as GOAT Jr. man who, if Wizard is 1A, Iceman is 1B. One of the absolute greatest to ever do it. Main event match up next. Fergal Flynn, Iceman one-on-one. The bell rings, main event action live. Flynn runs in with that overhead belly to belly, looking to keep this action moving fast. Iceman botches the cutter. And Steve Taylor, even though he did not win his triple threat, just made himself 20 bucks. And Iceman making a beautiful reversal there as he turns that power slam into a DDT. Iceman measures off the ropes, Shining Apprentice. Drops the elbow right to the lower back. Iceman going for a slam of his own this time. Flynn over the shoulders, big clubbing blow. Trying to pick Iceman up for the fall away, but instead eats that modified flatliner and the bottom rope in the process. These two know each other very well and do not like each other as they continue to slug it out. Both men had the same idea there, bumping shoulders. But Flynn, another big overhead belly to belly. Pulls Iceman back to his feet. Sends him off the ropes. Big shoulder tackle, drops the former champion. Flynn pulls him up just to take him back down with that axe handle to the spine. These two have fought over the Ultraviolet Championships for almost 3 straight seasons. And a sit-out powerbomb out of the corner. Flynn not going for the pin. Instead wants body-on-body contact. Ref out of position. Iceman kicking out at 1. The problems between these two started when Fergal Flynn was feuding with Bake 3 years ago. Bake, of course, one of Iceman's closest friends, a man he considers a brother. So it was only right that these men would have a falling out. Big right hand from Flynn. Pulls Iceman up. Exposes that rib cage. A couple of kicks right to it, followed with a short arm clothesline. Now face plants Iceman. Flynn, another quick cover into the pin. Another count of 1. Iceman not letting Flynn get where he needs to in this match. But maybe that Steiner recliner will. Iceman, though, escapes out the back door. Picks both ankles back to his feet. Clubbing blow to Flynn. Iceman now. Beautiful T-bone suplex. It's a clothesline from Iceman. Another. Off the ropes. Now a flying clothesline, getting that momentum. As Flynn in his clutches now. Puts him on those ropes. Looking for the Lance guillotine. There it is. Flynn dropped to the floor. opting not to go with the Lance Revolution. Instead, stuck with the guillotine. Stomps to the spine of Flynn. Flynn rolls back to his feet. Big tossing suplex almost takes out the timekeeper and ring announcer. Iceman sent back to the ring. Flynn follows. That suplex could be enough. Into the cover, but Iceman says no, sir. Kicks out at one. Blocks the clubbing blow, but eats the boot. Going for a powerbomb. Iceman not having it. Hits him with that back body drop. Now looking for an icebreaker. Has Flynn up. Drops him. Icebreaker. Cover on the center shield. Hooks the leg. And Flynn able to kick out at 2.5. Flynn, one of the absolute toughest men on this roster. Proving it here tonight, kicking out of the icebreaker. But now he's sent into the corner. Iceman could be looking for some high impact offense. Follows Flynn all the way up top, setting up that avalanche belly to back suplex. Iceman pacing around the ring, ascends to the second rope. Waits for Flynn to get back up. There's a bipolar coaster. Into the cover. And Flynn kicks out yet again. Iceman busting out the classics. We saw a Shining Apprentice. We saw a bipolar coaster. Now trying to work on the neck. But Flynn rolls through the same direction he's pressuring. Grabs a hold of Iceman with the headbutt. Holds on. We know he likes the trifecta. Now setting up that Doombringer. Doombringer elbow connects in the temple. Cover. And this time it's Iceman kicking out at 2.9. Chicken wing, folks. If you play Fire Pro Wrestling, you know what I'm talking about. Big elbow drop to the chest of Iceman. Both men have survived each other's biggest shots. What is it going to take here? As Flynn goes for that leaping elbow, Iceman rolls out, back in. Knife edge chop. Now up on the shoulders, but again, Flynn down. Shoves Iceman away, walks into the back elbow. Iceman right there, pulls him in, up on the shoulders, thinking revolution. But Flynn able to fight back with the elbows. Almost violated Wizard Rule. But instead, front face lock into the fireman's carry. There's a clothesline from the big man. Ducks one from Iceman. Back body drop. Flynn feeling it here. Spine buster. Flynn saying that's a wrap. Another trifecta of headbutts from Flynn. Iceman is down. Cover. And Fergal Flynn has just pinned Iceman. All but guaranteeing himself a bigger opportunity in the future. As Flynn celebrates this victory. Getting ready to leave the ring, but no. Instead turns his attention back to Iceman, stomping the hell out of him. We need to get somebody in here to stop this. Flynn shoves the ref out of the way, continues to stomp Iceman out. Flynn sending a message not just to Iceman, but the rest of the ultraviolet division. And that is going to do it for us here on Mayhem. Little scheduling change. As of right now, Throwdown is tentatively scheduled for Friday. So no show on Thursday. Stay tuned on Friday. And for all the boys and girls in the back, everybody watching around the world are in this arena here tonight for the Iceman Lance Walker, but more importantly, Fergal Flynn. I have been your high guy. Yes, indeed, your fly guy. The truth from the booth. B.I. Double signing off. See you on Friday for Throwdown.